What is going on, guys? Rewinds here, and in this video we are going to be talking about Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Manga chapter number 28. So this is going to be another discussion similar to my last video. Last video I talked about Himawari and the possibility of her dying some point in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, and just talking about the general concept of Inojin unlocking, a new level of jutsu in order to avenge Himawari in another alternate future that Kashin Koji had seen. So, if you are interested in checking that video out, be sure to do so. But in this one, we are going to be talking about Damon versus Mamushi. And the reason I'm doing this now is because I feel like this is the most obvious battle I feel like we can talk about right now for Damon coming up. And I feel like that's a big thing in general, just because we haven't seen Damon actually fight for real. Well, maybe we haven't seen him fight for real at all, but we haven't seen him have, a multi page fight since that battle with Code, where Code unlocked his limiters and then pretty much got his ass handed to him by Damon back in, I think it was like chapter 70 or 71 of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. So it's been a minute, and he's been in, the village now for a while, and of course he just chills with his sister, of course always willing to protect her. We did get to see a little glimpse of his power in terms of a power gap between him and Sarada and Sumire in the latest chapter, as well as the end of chapter 26. That shows us, of course, that he's still in a complete different league from where Sarada's at right now. And I know some people were thinking, oh, maybe Sarada's going to put him under a Genjutsu or something, or maybe Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan is so broken that she's somehow going to be able to do something to compete. But nope, not even close. Damon's on another level, and it's going to be very interesting to see this battle in Mamushi, because of course Damon is going to do everything he can to protect his sister. And what's going to be interesting here is that I don't think Damon's going to be able to handle this battle on his own. And that's crazy to say, because Damon is pretty damn broken as a character with his abilities, especially, his reflective abilities, where he can pretty much, it's basically a hacks ability, where we saw what happened to Code, where Code tried attacking him, and pretty much we saw the result of that. I feel like the ability Damon has is going to work on Mamushi, and I feel like Damon might even show us some potential new abilities. But we know normal attacks, or like the intention of attacking doesn't really work on him in traditional style. So how exactly is Damon going to be dealt with by Mamushi? I feel like the numbers game is what's going to play a big role here, because he's going to probably be able to hold his own against, the main body, or maybe even a few. But the thing is, when Mamushi splits, Mamushi said to still be just as strong, have just as much chakra, and just as much stamina, which makes him also pretty damn broken. But the con to Mamushi splitting more and more is that eventually his intelligence is going to start taking some significant drops, as well as some of his battle IQ. So that, I feel like, is going to play a role. However, I think in this battle, we're overall going to require a village-wide effort from some of the big characters. I'm just trying to think right now how exactly they're going to take him out, because they kind of need to take him out in a similar time frame in order to prevent him from getting smarter again and getting back to like the main body, or maybe even like the main five like they were shown at the end of chapter 27. So the question I'm going to leave for you guys regarding Damon is, how many Mamushis do you think Damon can take on in this battle? Do you feel like he is going to be able to deal with the five that are already there? Do you think he can deal with more? Do you think five will be too much for Damon to handle? again, we haven't ever seen Damon fight at his true peak, and he is also fighting for someone that he cares most for. So we know he's not really gonna mess around too much. So Damon, in this case, I feel like is going to show us a lot. He's going to stand out. This is going to be probably his big fight in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, especially considering we haven't seen him fight yet. But I feel like if he's going to have a highlight fight, it might be that one. And who knows, maybe down the line we get a Damon versus Himawari fight, just because, you know, that was something Damon was interested in way back in Boruto Naruto Next Generations, just seeing that potential and hinting at what Himawari had. But that could be something we maybe touch on too at some point. But this battle is where it's going to matter a lot more. Do you guys think Damon's going to be able to get the job done? Do you guys feel like Damon is going to get cooked? Is Ada going to get cooked? That might be another video I talk about as well. The possibility of Ada actually being consumed here. And ultimately, we just got to see where Boruto's gonna head with this arc, because Koji is pretty much doing this with the intention of keeping Jura out, and damage in the village should be hypothetically kept to more so of a minimum. There's still gonna be damage, no doubt, but how much damage is there gonna be is gonna be the big question. And is everyone in the village going to be able to coordinate together and actually take Mamushi out at the point where, you know, he's getting dumber and all that? Because ideally we want 20 to 30 of him made, and then they're going to take him out. They're going to go for his eyes, because that's going to pretty much impact, you know, most of his abilities. So it's going to be a big thing for them to target those eyes and just ensure that he doesn't multiply any further beyond that, because if they get to the point where, you know, they're narrowing down the number and there's still like a few around, you don't want them multiplying more and you know, being there with higher intelligence. So pretty much leaving that question open for you guys. What do you guys think of Damon? Is he gonna show out here? And honestly, I'm still pretty curious to see where he stacks up overall. You know, there's been some interesting takes on Damon. Some people think he's like around that Jigen level at least. Some people think he's Ishiki's level in terms of strength. And, you know, some people even talk about Damon being, you know, yeah, in that Ishiki Baryon mode, Naruto kind of level. But there's also, you know, some talk that he could be beyond that. Where do you guys think he stands? Definitely let me know in the comments below. I mean, of course, you know, his ability being broken is always going to play a role, but in terms of pure strength, where do you think Damon's at? Let me know in the comments below. And what do you guys think Damon's future is going to be in this battle? Is there any chance you guys think Damon's actually going to die in this fight? That would be quite the twist, I'm not going to lie, because I don't know if a lot of people are expecting that per se. We did just have, you know, a decently significant death in the last arc that led to Sarada and the Mangekyo Sharingan being, you know, usable at will. So who knows what we're gonna do, you know, going forward in this arc. But I'm excited to see, and I'm excited to talk about it more. Definitely gonna make some more videos regarding this whole start of the arc coming up here. So stay tuned for that. Maybe the next video I talk about Ada being confronted by Mamushi, or maybe I talk about some other people that might play a role in this battle as well. Since, for example, we know Boruto is going to be getting that upgrade of a weapon. We don't even know if it's going to be a sword. We'll see what Sumire cooks up there. But there's definitely some things to talk about. And, you know, chapter's not too far out now. We're halfway there, and we should be getting spoilers hopefully within the next, I want to say, 11 to 13 days. So look forward to that. But that's going to wrap up this one. If you guys did enjoy the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you guys are new. And as always, I hope you guys have a good day or night whenever you guys are watching this video. I'm Rewinds, and I'm out.